Hey everybody, I hope you guys are having an amazing day today. My name is Mercer, and yes, once again, I just want to say sorry, strangely, for not making videos for a while. Thank you all for, checking in and just saying, like, you should go make more videos. I'm sorry, I haven't been posting out that much lately. Weirdly enough, this summer for me has been, like, more lazy and laid back, so I haven't made much Character Wars. Um, or any video, honestly, for a while, and that's just weird. I just sort of felt like I needed to take a break, just take a step back, because I just finished up school. But you know what? I just feel like nowadays, it's sort of out of place that I'm not working on these character words because I really like making them. They're awesome. And so I might have thought, I got to work. I am very close to finishing Reinhardt versus Nora Valkyrie. But in the meantime, I thought I might talk about some other stuff. So we are going to talk about Black Widow and what I thought about the movie. So here is a full review of the Black Widow movie. So Black Widow is pretty honestly just like a solid Marvel movie. It's not something big. It's not something horrendously garbage because most Marvel movies are really good, and this one is a pretty good, like, a solid movie. There were a lot of things I really liked about the movie. One, the action sequences. The Red Room Widow spies that they put in, which were a really cool inclusion. Were cool, and I really like the action sequences that they had in the movie, or like the utilization that Taskmaster had of her in the movie and him in the comics. And we'll get into that later. I like the utilization of the weapons. That was cool. I like the design of a lot of the suits. That was really really cool. The work, the fighting was really cool. In some parts it wasn't, but in most of the parts, it was really good. Another great aspect about the film is, I would say, I would have to go with the fact that the characters, outside of a couple, were really good. Especially one I'm about to get into. But all the characters really had this really neat dynamic together. They're all really good actors. Scarlett Johansson, Florence Pugh, David Harbour, all of them are just really, really good actors. And now, let's get into the best part about the film. You guys probably already know it, and that is Yelena. She is just a really cool character. I hope to see her more. She was funny. All the jokes landed. She was just like a really cool character. She had a really cool dynamic with Natasha. And honestly, pretty much everything you would expect from the movie, the relationship of the two, was given to you. It was really nice. I would also say a lot of the other characters that were included into the movie, even Thunderbolt Ross was like a cool inclusion to add. And I can't wait to see more out of out of Yelena in the MCU. I'm not going to get into spoilers for the movie, but that part was really good about the movie. Yeah, that part was really good. And honestly, it just felt like a cool dynamic to add. I also really liked David Harbour's Red Guardian, even though his Russian accent is a little bit rusty. Um, even though he's not Russian. What am I saying? Yeah, not he's just it needs some work. Is what I meant. He was cool. He was really cool. I can't wait to see more of him. And that leads me into Taskmaster. And honestly, like many people, I thought Taskmaster was just a major letdown. I was really excited to see them on the big screen. They're really cool in the comics. Tony Masters with the photographic reflexes, the amnesia, and the super soldier. That was awesome to add into, like, the movie. I thought that was an epic inclusion into the film. But frankly, they just sort of messed up pretty much every aspect that I liked about the original Taskmaster character. And I'm going to get into some spoilers here, so if you don't want spoilers, skip ahead in this video, and I will, talk about spoilers right now. Taskmaster, I just felt like was sort of like a basic rundown. They didn't have many cool lines because in the comics Taskmaster does speak, and he does often take off his helmet, and the movie, and it's fine that they changed the gender. That really doesn't change anything about the original character of Tony Masters. But frankly, Taskmaster, I just feel like is a cooler character when they have like I know his like original comic backstory. With a couple changes because I can appreciate when the movie wants to change, but I just feel like Taskmaster would be way better if they had something like keeping his photographic reflexes or have a different villain. You could put a bunch of different villains in. You could even put Crimson Dynamo as the main villain. That would be awesome, even though he's more fit to be an Iron Man villain. You guys get the idea. Oh yeah, and the Easter egg for Crimson Dynamo was awesome. But frankly, I just didn't like Taskmaster all that much, and it really has nothing to do with him changing the gender of Taskmaster. You could have Taskmaster, be a woman, and it really doesn't change anything. It truly doesn't. I just felt like the way they did her was sloppy and just like sort of like a betrayal of both the comics and just like so forgettable, which is not what I want for Taskmaster at all. But anyway, most of the other scenes in the movie were pretty good. I just felt like Taskmaster was a major letdown. The villain was a major letdown in general. Um, I won't get into too big of spoilers, but I just feel like the villain isn't like a villain that would like cement their place into the MCU very well, or cement yeah. Cause like I still like feel Obadiah Stane to this day from Iron Man, and I just don't feel that with someone like Taskmaster in the MCU, which is weird because in the comics he's one of my favorite villains. It's just weird, and frankly, just kind of dumb to put him in there in the beginning. Because I mean, if you were going to have him, at least try and take a large majority of the comics into the movie. This one, I mean, the suit looks awesome, yeah, and the fighting was really cool, but the photographic reflexes were a letdown. The character was just a letdown. The villain was just a letdown, and this story really just kind of felt like a villain, like a one thing that Black Widow did. It's not this cool prequel, because in the trailers it's setting up to be a prequel. It's like before my past. So yeah, it just felt like a letdown. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. And I'm going to give Black Widow a 7 out of 10. Overall, the movie was pretty solid. I mean, I would recommend going and seeing it. It's a good movie. It's just, the villain just sort of felt like a letdown. But if you guys enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. That's @CharacterWar9. And I will see you all in the next one. Later.